Hello everyone, it's Barry here. Welcome to my Virgin Kitchen. I hope you are well. It's been a while, hasn't it, since we've done mini food. And for some reason, I don't really enjoy doing it as much as I used to, but a lot of you have been saying, please do some more. So it's taken me an hour this morning to rummage through the garage and find the box that had the mini food stuff in, and I found it. Trust me, it took me a while to find it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna have to use normal sized saucepans, but no, we've got it. We've got it, guys. Look how excited you are. On the counter right there, looks like I'm kind of levitating it, but no. We have got some ingredients for sushi. We are attempting to make mini sushi. I've even raided our wardrobes and got Mrs. Barry's tweezers and given them a good clean and warned her that they might be used for said sushi. Shall we do this? I think we shall. This recipe is going to be great. As always, it must fit on the Naff Winnie the Pooh plate by the end, okay? First thing we're gonna do is make some rice. All right, so this is sushi rice. It's a bit more sticky, a bit more clammy than normal rice. A standard portion, 250 grams of rice into a bowl and wash with cold water. Let's just do like, I don't know, a tenth of that. All right, that's a nice little bowl to wash it in. Oh wow, yeah, you can see how cloudy that water's gone. So we're just gonna wash that. And we've got to drain it through a sieve. Oh yeah, that water's so much clearer now. Oh, I've got a mini sieve. We add 330 mils, so divided by 10, 33 mils of water into a saucepan. Encourage our rice to fall in. Rice, baby. All right, so that's swimming around in there. Now the important thing is to put a lid on. I don't think I have a lid for this pan, annoyingly. But a proper one does fit. A little bit of foil there to plug that hole, and this should work. The flame is going to go right around that pan. Okay. So we let this come to a simmer and bubble away for about 10 minutes, and then turn it off to cool down. And then we're going to season it, all right? So whilst that's happening, we're going to make a Japanese mayo, and then also just prep our vegetable bits. All right. So apparently, oh my gosh. Too much. Japanese mayo, 1 part rice wine vinegar, 1 part soy sauce. Oh, all right, that'll do. Boom. And 3 parts mayonnaise. So I'm just going to use a bamboo skewer to just mix this together. Ooh. Oh, that's blooming gorgeous. Did I say gorgeous? I meant gorgeous. I got nori on my brain. All right, just before we moved house, I got myself a new precision knife set. This is really, really sharp, but nice new clean blades. In fact, the only thing I used it on was, you can see the gold leaf there when I did that Kinder Egg thing. Yeah, oh my gosh, my rice is making noise. You all right in there? I might have to just stay here and keep my eye on this a minute. So the cool thing is we need to let that stand, and I think it is actually cooked through. I'm happy with it. And this is all I need cucumber wise. This is half a cucumber. So I'm taking that chunk. That's probably still way too much than I need. And the thing with sushi is you get those sort of green strips. So what I'm doing is cutting the cucumber into sort of spiral, very rough spiral. So I've got loads of like little edges like that. So there we go, nice big pile of cucumber. For those of you that are watching this going, oh yeah, make this, make that, check out the mini food playlist, have a marathon and watch that first, because there's probably quite a lot on there that have already been done. So I won't show you every food I'm doing, but I just thought I'd show you the spring onions as well. There's the little haircut thing that's gonna be left over as a result, but just cutting these up super thin. Yeah, now as there's so many steps still to do with this, I'm just going to stick all the other ingredients I've got along here if they'll fit. We've still got to do the nori seaweed sheets, and also maybe try and chop up the roller thing. I forget what that's called. Oh, like a bamboo sushi mat. We'll come to that in a minute. It might not work. All right, so a little while later, and a very, very well used knife that I've just cleaned. We've got slices of pepper, spring onion, cucumber, some tuna, salmon. The knife went through it like a dream, and some avocado. there's our rice all cooled down. Oh, it's so sticky. I'm just spooning it into this bowl. So this is okay to use like this, okay? Always crazy, isn't it, how much... I mean, that's like pretty much doubled the volume of what was in there before. But this is like very glutinous. It's very sticky. It's glutinous maximus. 2 parts rice wine vinegar. So 1, 2. 1 part sugar. So apparently, if we mix this together, we would have made seasoned sushi rice. But you can have it without doing this. Just gives the rice a bit of tang. It smells good anyway. There's 2 other major things that we need to do. So one is some sushi nori sheets. It's scary how sharp this knife is. It works like an absolute dream. I think people should use craft knives more for normal cooking. So I didn't want to slice the top end because that's actually got some really good instructions on it. So these are seats. Seats? Imagine this seat made of seaweed. Sheets of seaweed. And in fact, if I went down to the beach near where I live, I could probably have collected this myself and made my own. I wonder if that'd be a cool video. Homemade nori. It's good though. Seaweed for me is sometimes a lot of Chinese restaurants, they use fried cabbage instead and try and catch you out. I didn't know that. Random fact. A lot of people tell me that. And also it tends to get on your elbows if you go for a Chinese. Is it just me? You sort of lean on the table and then you realise you've got seaweed all up your arm. So we're going to roll it in this stuff. We'll chop that down. But this is a bamboo sushi rolling mat. Now, I already have one of these and I don't want to break it. But look, it's cool. I tried to make my own one of these earlier, as I say, out of cocktail sticks, and it was just rubbish. The amount of effort I would have needed to go into doing that, every single element is woven. So what I might try and do is just saw it down, so I've just got a little one, like just one column. And if it doesn't work, we'll just use a normal one. Yeah, that ain't working too well. That's working, if I just use my pliers on it a little bit at a time. It's not the greatest bamboo roller, there's a couple of gaps in it, but I feel like I'm an Indian chief playing windpipes. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Here is the sheet of seaweed then, I have to be very careful what I said. Threads running across this way, so I'm going to use the threads as a bit of a guide to help me, and hopefully this is going to cut like a knife through seaweed. There we go, pretty sharp thing. So what I'm hoping is, the cool thing we've got is I could probably, we're going to create a log like when you make any seaweed. This is actually turning into a normal tutorial, isn't it? And then we roll it, and then we can probably slice it, I think, in half. If we go thirds, it might be a bit too fiddly. There's only one way to find out, but we're going to roll it this way. So we might have a tiny bit too much there. I mean, I've got plenty of nori left over, so. This is the smallest spoon I have. This is 1/8 of a teaspoon. So we'll get some of our rice. I might have to use my fingers here, but we'll stick some down. Very, very sticky indeed. The trickiest part I'm finding is keeping it quite even. Just get some tweezers here. Yeah, because even that is a lot. I just want to flatten it down some more. It suddenly feels very therapeutic. Some of our mayonnaise. Let's go for some cucumber, pepper. Oh, and let's go to the door. Amy, postman's gone, settle down. Now, if I remember rightly, you need to dab it with a little bit of water. And no, I'm not doing a dab, all right? Save that for Chloe now. So this thing worked amazingly when I did the mini cooked breakfast for the fried egg. We'll just get a little bit of water in here. This is fresh water, by the way, not any residue from the pan. I just couldn't be bothered to get any of the bowl out. There we go, water. We don't need that much. A little squirt, a little drip. There you go. I need to get an Optrex bottle, you know, one of those things for doing eye drops. I think we're ready to roll this, folks. Oh, got to get it tight. Ugh. Okay, we're nearly there. I've just pushed a little bit of rice out. Can we do this by hand? Can we? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Nobody saw internet, all right? Oh, yeah. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. We're Limp Biscuit mini fooding, guys. There you go. That's how you make mini sushi. Yes. So this is just a lump of rice that I've just kind of bunched together with my fingers and thumbs. I know you're supposed to really do this, I think, with cling film in a loaf tin, and you can sort of wrap it and then fridge it and then tap it out, slice it up, you'll have big old chunks of sushi. But this feels all right to do it with my hands. Just wetting my fingers a little bit just to stop them sticking. I think I can get away with slicing it. Yes. And just stick some salmon on top. Yes. There we go. For this last one, I've wrapped the sheet in cling film, okay? Something I should have probably done from the start. We take our seaweed. This is the rest of my rice. We can spread the rice out. Yeah, this will actually be the outside of it. Sesame seeds. And these are black roasted sesame seeds, which you can get in the sushi aisle as well. So we've got a nice little mix there. Remember when I made grown-up sushi, as opposed to this baby one? This is a bit that kind of freaked me out, but you kind of turn it upside down now. Like that, so the rice is showing that way. Now, I've done these way too big again. And I'm just going to do like lines of the same ingredient. So peppers, cucumber, tuna. I did buy some sushi ginger, but for the life of me, I can't get the lid off it, so we'll leave that. And wasabi I can't find as well, but that's right, because this Japanese mayo thing that we made is blooming gorgeous. I don't even know if this is working. Oh! Oh my gosh, that has worked. I've got a log of California sushi mini style. Something I'm going to do to both of them is wrap them in cling film. Just tightly roll it. Because apparently, if you wrap it in cling film and then slice it like that, it does hold its shape a little better. Now, I guess I should be doing this with a normal knife, but... because I'm literally hitting vegetable there. Ah, there we go. Okay, so here's the big reveal. Right, so one of the sushi fits on the plate. That's our California roll. I'm going to use the tweezers. I've never done this before. I thought it was a pepper coming out then. It's actually Winnie the Pooh. Right, we're going to try and get 3 foods on the plate. It's just much easier if I pick it up with my hand. So I'm going to stick that one on. Your standard sushi there. That is awesome. You see that? And the most delicate sushi of the 3. Amazing. So there we go then, folks. And just for scale, that doesn't even fit on in the shot. There we go. That's a tangerine. I would much rather, though, just sit these individually off the plate so you can sort of really appreciate each one. I'm over the moon with that. A lot of work, though. As always, it will just taste the same. So to those of you that have been bombarding me with a mini food video, I hope this request has fulfilled that. Don't forget to check out the mini food playlist now. I have a marathon. Subscribe for regular videos and press that bell so you're notified of all new uploads, because sometimes they don't tell you. And if you want to keep in touch, follow me at My Virgin Kitchen on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff for recipe requests. Just want to talk to me, just have a little natter. Whatever you want to do. Cheers for watching, guys. That was intense.